Okay, you guys, I'm going to walk you through this particular trade in detail for a reason. All right, so first thing, if you have the ocean wave, you know I like to pull it tight, or I can scrunch it up so I can kind of see, okay, what is the flow? I have an arrow that just came in, and I'm actually on the 5-minute. I normally don't trade the 5-minute, but the scanner sent me an alert saying 5 minutes, so I took a look at it, and it is at half and half, creeping over. And then we'll check that 4 hour. But here's why I'm showing you this particular trade. I want you to pay attention. Also notice the arrow came in, half and half, MACD's in place. So yes, this is a good looking trade so far. But the reason why I like this one even better is because as you're going up the higher time frames, let's skip to the 30-minute. And again, you want to scrunch it tight so you can really see where this thing is going. And you can see it's doing the spongy. You know I love my spongy bob. See, when you thin it out, you can see what's going on, okay? When it's too big, you get scared. But you can see it did it over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, the main wave is just pushing price action down. And so you're just waiting for the big move. But here's what's even more important on this particular trade. What I look for is also how much meat is on the bone. Make sure you go through the tutorials. I have a specific video on this, but this is an example of what I'm talking about. Some of the trades you're going to look at, they don't have much meat left on the bone, and go through the course and you'll know what I'm talking about. But look at this one from the 4 hour. Okay. Get this one from the 4 hour. Okay. Let me shrink these candles and you'll see what I mean. Look how long this thing has been running to the upside. And now it's on the neutral zone, below price action in the neutral zone, which is blue. The neutral zone is blue. But look how long this thing has been running to the upside. And that's why you got this X here, because it's telling you, hey, it's hitting a consolidation pattern. We have that pre-built in, so you'll know when price action is consolidating. And that could mean a continuation or converting over to the other side, which this looks like it's doing. And that's why you see the 1 hour and everything else starting to tilt over, which had I held this all the way back here, from here, see, it goes up, fake to the upside for the people who's trading the agent session, getting ready to think they're going to sleep and make profits, and then boom, they drop it, okay? And they do it over and over again. Then they pull it up, rinse and repeat, drop price. Pull it up, rinse and repeat, drop price. And they keep faking people out. Why? Because they think that it's going to be pulling back and, oh, it's going to go back up. And they see, they sucker them. But that's a different story. So if we held it from here, let's just say you got him right here and price action is here, you already would have been up 204 pips, or just say 200 pips already. So even though these look like small moves, they're actually not small at all. You're just learning to hold and go with the flow. So you have already would have made, and let me see, I'm going to hit Control Y. Control Y brings up what's called your day separators. And if I expand the price out, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's 11 days, basically 2 weeks. So 100 pips a week so far. Okay, 100 pips a week so far. And this is really important because I get contacted by people who say, hey, I can't trade every day. I'm a driver, I travel, I work too many hours of whatever they say, and what can I do? Can this system work? You can see what's going on. You can see what's going on. So here's the deal. Now that you can see what's going on, yeah, it looks real thin, like nothing's happening, but you already have 200 pips, and it's still not done. Why? Because when you go to that 4 hour, watch this. All right, I'm gonna thin that out again. Let me shrink these candles. I'm gonna hit the minus button to zoom out as much as I can. Now, can you see it? Look how long this thing ran. So if it does anything near what it did on its way up, which from here to its max was 2,000 pips, 2,100 pips. But if you were even to exit here, you still would have walked away with 1,700 pips. So do you see how this thing can run for a long time? So if it's trying to even go halfway back to recoup what it did, let's just say it even gets to this level here, okay? Let's just say it gets to that level here, right here. That's, let me see, how many pips is that? My thing won't act up now that I'm trying to teach you guys something. That's 581 pips. And just with a standard lot, which is all I traded on this little account, a standard lot is going to make me basically $4 grand if it gets even to that level. Okay. So it has plenty of time for it to run, and that's great because I don't have to sit and babysit this trade. I can see that it has long-term dropping potential. So when I'm looking at the conversion or the X on the 4 hour, say the first thing I want to do is, okay, it's in the neutral zone, but is price hanging still above, or has it consistently been hanging below? And as you can see here, let me make this bigger so you guys can actually see this now. Oops, let me do it like this. I'll pull you down and you guys can see it. All right, now you can see price action has consistently hung below the neutral zone on the 4 hour. So what does that mean? If it can't push itself back above the main wave on the 4 hour and is consistently hanging below here, that means this has long-term potential to keep running all the way to the downside, and that's where you get your half and halves. So even the MACD is in agreement with us. Sorry, you see that? That it's, hey, time for it to head down. It made more than enough to the upside, time for it to go down. So this is one of those trades where I feel very comfortable putting a stop loss that's going to give me a little bit of breathing room and just let it do what it do. Just let it do what it do. Just leave it alone. So I chose to use the 15 minutes since I took the signal off the 5 minute. I gave it a nice little beautiful hefty stop loss of 100 pips, I think. Just 100 pips, nothing much. 100 pips. So, let it run. Let it run. Just let this thing run. Let it run. This is beautiful, man. Spongy Bob. See, news came out yesterday with the Bank of Japan came out with their interest rates announcements, which is the biggest announcement they can ever have. And you see that price action popped up, but it didn't really do any damage. And then it's going right back in where it needs to go. So again, that's the other thing for the ones who have this. Students, you guys know clearly now, over and over and over, how many news events have we been able to take, which I'm not encouraging you to trade during news events, but if you did mistakenly take a trade during the news event, you can clearly see how this thing is just absolutely able to read news like it's nobody's business. And majority of those times, you're going to see that price action is actually going to go in the flow of what this is telling you. That's why I said with this system, you actually now, and I'm not trying to steal nobody's thunder, but at the end of the day, they say, oh, the market maker's method. No, this is, in my opinion, I studied market maker's method for over 3.5 years and wasn't profitable. But with this, you're trading not against the market makers. You're trading with them. You're trading the same way they're trading. And that's why this system is getting so much rave reviews and so much positive vibes and people posting messages and just saying, hey, man, this thing is on fire. This is the best one. And I do agree. I think this is one of the best systems we ever built. But you can see why. Because it's going with the flow of the institutions and the institutions and the bankers. They're all doing the same thing, and you're just riding in the same direction with them now because you see it for yourself now. You see what's going on. There's nothing hidden. Everything's plain. The arrows up here that are here are 100% non-repaint. So what you see is what you get. So I'm just explaining this trade to you. I'm excited about this, and this is one that I'm going to hold for a while. I don't plan on getting out of this one. I just want to hold it for a good minute and just let it run through. So anyway, just want to enlighten you guys on this one. So hopefully I was able to educate you on this particular trade. And I'll post this video up when the thumbnail's ready for you guys. So just make sure you go through the course material. It's going to open your eyes to much of what you never knew about the markets and as to why the average retail trader is losing their money all the time. They're just getting the snot beaten out of them. It's not fair, but hey, you're playing grown men and grown women's games. But now we flipped the script and put you in favor with the institutions and banks so that you're with the flow of them. Now you can see it very clear. Okay? All right. See you in the next video.